Good evening. Take a deep breath. Enjoy this moment. I want to thank Maggie for that way to begin our service of worship. And for the lighting of the 4 candles, our preparation, but the 5th candle, God's doing. Christ's birth is what we're excited about this evening. Now, I'm going to invite you to take part now. I think there's hymnals in your pews, and you can find one of those. And the first hymn we're going to be singing is 193. I think you all know it. Let's sing this one together. I invite you to be seated. You know, I was going to start this service this evening by saying, yes, welcome. My name is David Wood. I'm officiating tonight. I think most of you know that. But the last few churches I've been in, they didn't know who I was on Christmas Eve. Nobody did. Is there anybody here that doesn't? No. Don't ask that question. Oh, thank you, Matthew. We're going to be doing the Christmas Eve offering at this point in the service. The money that we collect this evening, it goes directly to the Deacons Fund. People have been generous in town already with the Facebook post and everything, and money has come in, and we've been able to give out quite a bit to people who have been in need. The Christmas Eve offering has traditionally, well, all the years I've been here, has been the offering that goes to the Deacons Fund to replenish, to be ready for the season after Christmas. So I invite the deacons to come forward. We'll receive that evening offering. us. On this special night indeed, may these gifts, these offerings that we present to you, be used for your glory by helping those in need in our community. We ask this in Jesus' name. Amen. I believe at this time you need to get your hymn books out again.
That's right. 192.
Thank you. 190. Oh, 92, yes. Angels we have heard on high. That's not right. Yeah, okay. I invite you to be seated. Christmas Eve is fun. I've always found it that way. And gathering together with so many of you that I've known over the years, I see a lot of kids that aren't kids anymore. In fact, the kids that I knew have kids. And that's great. It's wonderful to see you, those who are back for this to Vermont after moving away. It's nice to see all of you, and always good to see some. What's going to happen now? I just want to put a framework on this. We started the service this evening with a beautifully sung understanding of this special celebration as indeed a holy night. And I thank Maggie for starting us off that way. It reminded us of what we celebrate. It transcends our usual everyday life. Indeed, it's a night that offers us, whatever our situation, hope, and so much more. We all know the story of the first Christmas. I'm sure you do. And of course, over the centuries, it's been embellished and combined with the story of the wise men from the East, which technically should fall 12 days later or so, a different time. But the nature of this story is that all along, with hope and promise, it should be filled with wonder and joy. No question about it. There should be laughter, and there should be delight as we tell the story that speaks of something far greater than our minds can explain, and whatever our age, we come tonight as children. And so, tonight, for fun, and with that element of surprise, we will have a pageant. And the surprise is that many of you, regardless of age, get to be a part of it. Aha, yeah, that's right. Not to worry, there's no speaking parts. I'll take care of the narrative. But as I read the account of the story, I will invite folks to come up at the right time. Instead of having children go downstairs and get all dressed up, we have sealed bags in the back. And we have enough for a number of folks in the pews here to take. It could be at least one from every pew, or maybe even more. So we have those bags. Now, the deacons are going to pass these out. Not yet, quite yet. Don't open them when you get them until I tell you to. There will be a name, and there will be a description of the part that you're going to play. That's all inside the bag. And with an attitude of fun, we all get to do this. This is gender and age-free reenactment. I'll ask you to play the part, whatever it is that's in the bag that you find. And you can come up when I announce your part. Now, please play along and take part, for we need all the characters to be there. Okay? That's all clear to you? Go ahead. As they open it up, anybody that would take one, go right ahead. We'll get all these. We'll see who you end up getting. Oh, don't be shy. Take a bag and enjoy it. Oh, there can be 2 or 3 you don't have to limit it to 1 to an aisle. Feel free to take as many as you want. Yeah, Stevie, I want you to take one. Okay. Now, remembering what I told you, you can... Anybody want it upstairs? Anybody want one? Do you want one? Matthew? Some in the back here, too. That were upstairs. Okay, now. So often. Wait a minute now. Okay. Now. Okay, you ready now? You ready for the instructions? I want you to take a moment right now and get your outfit on and be ready for the retelling of the Christmas story in a very unusual fashion. Now, while you're finishing putting those outfits on, I want to thank you for being such good. Let me ask you a question. While this is continuing, tell me, how many of you participated when you were a child in a Christmas pageant? How many of you did? Quite a number. How many of you, any of you got to be Mary or Joseph? No. How many of you were shepherds? I was. Yeah. What about wise men or wise people? We have any? Oh, years ago. This is years ago. You don't even remember, do you? Sorry, you can't see everything that I can see. You all have your outfits on. One of the most beautiful things about Christmas, we so often call this a child-friendly holiday, because children certainly take part in so many ways. It's easier to approach as a child in many ways when you think about what Christmas is all about. And we often forget, each of us, that we should come to this with that attitude, childlike attitude. And taking part in a pageant, that should be just as much, should be something we should do once in a while in church. Maybe more often at home, we'll see. But I'm going to start the pageant with a narrative. And when I get to the particular parts, I will say that's when you come up. I think I know what's going to be first. Serious, Dave. Well, folks, it happened like this. The angel Gabriel, come on up. Okay. Yeah, the angel Gabriel was sent by God to a young girl named Mary. Mary, would you come up? Yeah. That's good. The two of you together, that's really perfect. That's the way it should be. The angel said to Mary, "Greetings, Mary. You're going to bear a son, because you have found favor with God, and you are blessed among women. You're going to bear a son, and he shall be called the Son of God." Well, Mary looks surprised. Oh, yes, good. But she bows her head, accepting God's promise. But she says, "Just one thing, O Lord. I'm not so sure that Joseph, how he might take all this." Well, Gabriel responded, "God will be talking to him too." And indeed, in a dream, God spoke to Joseph. "Joseph, come on up." Huh? Hi, Joe. God said, "Now, Joseph, do not be afraid to take Mary as your wife. She will bear you a son, and you shall call him Jesus, for he will bring salvation to all people." The name Jesus means the one who saves. Now, Joseph was a man of faith, and brave too. He did as God asked him to do. Well, in the wider world, Caesar was present. Caesar here? It figures he'd be in the balcony. Yeah. Yeah, there's Caesar. Now, Caesar, I'm going to have you come and stand over here, because you got to remember, Caesar's a long ways away over here, on this side over here, right there. Yeah, Caesar's a long ways away from where they're going to be. Just so we know that. Okay, Caesar's here. The Roman ruler, he decided about this time that all the world should be enrolled, so that they could all support the empire. That means taxes. You got to order taxes. Yeah. You don't get them, though. And he made a proclamation that required each person to return to their ancestral home to be signed up. Well, Joseph was of King David's line, and so was Mary. So the two of them traveled with a donkey. Oh, is there a donkey here? Oh, good, there's a donkey here. All right. Yeah. They had to travel from where they were to Bethlehem. So now, Mary and Joseph, I'm going to have you move back here now, and our donkey has to go back there too. That's right. Yeah, and the angel, you step to the side right over there. We need you in a bit. That's good. All right. Oh, it's taking shape. It's taking shape. Okay. Now, there was quite a crowd when they got to Bethlehem. Joseph went to the innkeeper to see if there was room. Is the innkeeper here? Oh, okay. The innkeeper said, he was explaining to them that before I get to that part of it, when he came out and he saw what was happening and Joseph was there, Joseph went to the innkeeper to see if there was any room, explaining that his wife was going to have a baby. So Mr. Innkeeper was flustered. I was going to bring a Kleenex or something so you wipe your brow because you've been working all day, but I didn't do that. Okay. He's quite harried. But with so many people, he told Joseph sadly that he had no room for them. But right behind him, Mrs. Innkeeper was there, and she overheard. So, Mrs. Innkeeper, could you come up? I think this is what happened. It doesn't say it in the Bible, but I'm going to assume this, okay? Mrs. Innkeeper said, of course there's room. There's a quiet place out back, a private place behind the inn in a little stable. That's where they can be. So, they went out back. Oh, the donkey was to him. Yeah, the donkey went with them and made friends with the cow. Now, where's the cow? Oh, okay. Huh. And it's a Holstein, too. Huh. Okay, the donkey's over there. Let's see now. Now, Mary and Joseph, so you're all set where you need to be. That's right. Donkey, the cow. Yeah, all right. You're right where you're supposed to be. Good. Now, no doubt, this was much better than being out in the street. And then Mrs. Innkeeper bustled off to make something warm for Mary and Joseph to eat. You can just move a couple of steps. That'll be enough. Okay, that's enough. Yeah. Very soon, though, it was Mary's time, and she bore the baby Jesus. Oh yeah, right. So there you are. Yeah, thank you very much. Joseph and Mary have. Yeah. It wasn't as easy a birth as it looked like. He wrapped him in swaddling clothes, and they placed him in that manger that they're holding. Well, the story's not done yet. Outside on the hillside, there were shepherds. Shepherds got to come up. Do we have any shepherds here? Oh, yeah. Now, unless there was any kind of... Yeah. Oh, very good. Very good. Here comes some more. Oh. That's good. Yes, right. Get out back. I know. Yeah. Uh-huh. Okay. Now, unless something happened, like a lion or bear coming around, keeping the sheep wasn't a very exciting job. Around the fire, they told stories when suddenly they were interrupted. It was as if the night sky opened up and a host of angels, that's a lot of angels, showed up. Angels, come on up. Move to the center. I'm going to put the angels on this side. Angels on this side. That's good. That's good. Yeah, that's right. They play the part well, don't they? With voices like thunder on the mountain, they announce, "Glory to God in the highest, on earth peace among all the people." And they began to sing. We don't have to do that now. And then joyfully, they told the shepherds to go to Bethlehem and see the child that's lying in the manger, the child who was so long awaited, the Messiah, Emmanuel. Well, off they went. And sheep were with them. So where are the sheep? We got to have the sheep. It's been a rough year for sheep, so each one of the sheep is representing 30. So you know. There you go. So they all went up. What a scene it was. What a scene it is. Around the stable they gathered. But the story isn't over yet. A star was there, right over the city of Bethlehem, shining its amazing light on the stable. We need the star. Yeah, that's right. Right with the angels. That's good. That's a good place for you. Yep. Guided by that light, there came some very learned men and women. Some folks say there were only 3 and they were men and they were kings, but I think there were a lot more than that personally. I was going to invite the wise folks to come on up. Those studied folks, people, oh yeah, look at the beard tells you. The beard tells you everything. I suggest right over there by the I think it's a good place to be. Yeah. They have their gifts of gold and frankincense and myrrh, and they present them to the little baby. I won't have you do that. Hang on to him for the moment, would you? And while there were looks of wonder on their faces, you can't tell because of the beards, and questions in their hearts, there could be no doubt that it was a night of joy like the world had never known or seen before. After offering their gifts and sharing blessings, they went on their way. The shepherds and sheep too, not yet. The shepherds and sheep too went back to their hillsides, and the innkeeper with his wife went back to their guests. The angels went back to heaven. The wise men and women back to their homes by another way. Now, each of you can leave, who I've just mentioned. The shepherds, the wise men, the sheep. All welcome. Oh, and the angels too. Yes. Yeah, even a star. I changed my mind. I want the star to come back up. I'm ad-libbing this, folks. Can you stand at the back over here on the right? Yeah, that's good. Good. I want the star up there because the star is still there. Okay. All right. Where were we here? Oh yeah. That was left in the stable where Mary and Joseph, the baby Jesus, the donkey, and the cow were all there. And you can be sure that while Mary pondered all those things in her heart, so did Joseph. Yeah. And the star kept shining. No question about it. Okay. I'm going to invite you all to go back to your seats now. I'm going to invite you to take a moment while you go back and take your uniforms, your costumes off, and put them back in the bags. They'll be dealt with. As they do that, maybe you can all hear me while a couple things I want to say. That was a lot of fun, wasn't it? But what was the real message? I think it's this. All are part of God's story. Every one of us. Any one of us can be any part of the story. Believer, non-believer, visitor, member, older, younger, male or female. This is God's story. Reaching love. It's for all to hear, and it should bring joy to all who would enter into the story. Get to know the characters and find their life in the child whose birth we celebrate. What was it the angel said? Do not be afraid, for I bring you good news of great joy to all the people. And that is why we celebrate this evening. Tonight we welcome the child into our world. I'm going to invite now the choir to come up, and they're going to be singing an anthem. And if the deacons would like to pick up all the bags, feel free to do that while the choir's coming up. Put them in the back. You'll notice starting off with the special music, O Holy Night, and then jumping into the time of joy, an understanding of joy. But it gets quiet again for the rest of the service, and the reason for that is to be thinking seriously about what this all means. for this, can I ask you to stand up here with the candles so that they can see the candles as well as you can see theirs? Would that be okay?
Yeah, we'll gather them.
This night always culminates in the light of candles, the light being passed one to another. Excuse me. I'm going to have the choir come up here behind me. That way you're looking at it too. You come up here. This is yours. I can have you use a bigger one so they can see it, okay? I think this will be good for you. Should be all right. Take that one. Quite a while ago, I started having one of the young people hold the candle. No, microphone, yeah. Quite a number of years ago, I started having one of the young people hold the candle to be recognizing the fact that this is a birth, a child, and it seems appropriate that a child lead us. So, and as I'm going to light this candle in the Christ candle, then one will be lit, and they'll all be lit. The caution here is for if yours is not lit, hold it. You turn it, yeah, to the one that's lit. It's been a while. If yours is lit, keep it upright. That's what you want to do. But the deacons will come down the aisle and they'll light the outside and work their way in. And don't forget the balcony. Somebody's back there to do that. Okay. So that's like the candles. Why don't you light their candles? Deacons. What we do, you probably know this as well as I do, but what we do, we raise and lower the candles according to the words of Silent Night. So in the middle of each of the verses, we'll raise the candle and then we'll lower it at the end. The words are in your bulletin. If you don't know them, we'll sing this together. And I've got the choir behind me, so I can't go too far wrong. Remain seated and let's sing together, Silent Night.
Silent
There's so much we don't know in the world today. There's so much need for hope and promise and light. Jesus gave us that. May we go forth with our light into the world. Amen. I invite you to put your candles out, put your hand behind it as you glow, and then the deacons will put the lights back on. I always said a little child should lead them. You do this. And we close this service with the singing of Joy to the World, the first verse. Joy to the World. I think we can do that. Stand up for this one, though. One verse. Tomorrow. Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas.